What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss D from Proven Grinders, and we're in Hotlanta. We're about to go into the 12 Music Group. Come on in. This is your girl, Miss D, with Proven Grinders, and we're here with the lovely Miss Dina Marto.
Hi.
So, Miss Marto, where are you from?
Well, originally I was born in Amman, Jordan, in the Middle East, and then I moved to Atlanta when I was 5.
Okay. So, how did you get your start in the music industry?
I actually started as a singer-songwriter. That's what I always wanted to be when I was a little girl. And then when I got into the business, I realized very quickly that I was better at the business side of things. And so I kind of left the creative and jumped over to the business world.
So did you sing?
I was a singer. I'm not going to do it for you now, though.
Come on.
No. I would have to, warm up. And I was pretty good. I took some classes, but then I was like, you know what, this might not be for me. A lot of people they don't realize that in the music business, there's so many other careers that you can have in the business, not just being the artist that's right on the TV screen.
Okay. So what made you want to change to the business side? What happened?
Well, I was a young female. It was really hard for me to break in on the creative side because it's just so much going on there. And I kind of got an opportunity on the business side, and it just took off from there. So I just went with the flow because I knew I wanted to be in music, but sometimes the door that you think you're going to go into kind of changes and you go from a back door, and so that's what I did. I just kind of let it flow from there.
Okay. So, with you being a woman in the music industry, what challenges do you face?
Well, I feel like in any industry for a woman, we have to work 3 times harder, especially in a male-dominated industry, to just gain respect and prove ourselves. We get paid the equal amounts as men in general, so I just feel like, I always say being a woman gets you in the door faster, but what you know and what you do from that point forward, keeps you in the door. So I think it's easier for women to break in, but it's harder to stay in. And so it's just about being persistent and consistent with your work and just having respect for yourself and making sure your work speaks for itself. And then people will start gaining that respect for you.
Exactly. So when you started out, did your parents, they back you up with the decision that you made?
Absolutely not. My parents wanted me to go into something doctor, a lawyer, the typical what parents want you to do. They had no idea, what the music business was all about. And just being that I have traditional Middle Eastern parents, I'm a kind of rare, an Arab woman in, kind of the urban space in music, and so it's really different. And no, they didn't really back me until I started to get my first Universal Music check, and they realized I had a 401k and I got paid bi-weekly and all that kind of stuff. So then they started realizing this is a real career.
Okay. So what made you want to build your own empire, like for 12 Music Group? What happened in your life that changed that?
I got an opportunity to kind of start my own business, and I was at Island Def Jam for 6 years in the A&R department working on L.A. Reid's team with the late great Shakir Stewart. And when the opportunity kind of presented itself, and I was thinking, like, should I go? Should I stay? I'm at a major corporation, but I'm really an entrepreneur at heart. And so it kind of just went back to what I feel best doing, which is being an entrepreneur. And so, I just kind of went for it. I took a leap of faith, and that's why 12 is called 12, because in numerology, it stands for like faith, divine order, perfection. And so me taking that leap of faith is why I called 12 Music and Studios 12.
Okay, wow. I didn't know. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's one thing I didn't know. Okay. So as you were moving forward, what obstacle would you say was the biggest obstacle that you ever had?
You know, I think the biggest obstacle is just understanding financially what you have to get done as an entrepreneur. You really need to have your experience together. You can't just kind of go out there and just start a business without any prior experience. And I really had to get the help of like accountants and business advisors to understand money management, just understanding salaries, understanding working a budget. It's not that I didn't know these things, but just not being so good at the math side of things and the financial side, you have to get help with that. And so I think that was my biggest obstacle, is just understanding what it would cost and what it would take to start a business.
Okay. So like when it comes to the artists, like do you help them with artist development? How do you help the artists that are trying to get out there?
What I love to do is I love the process of the development of an artist. So I like to take them kind of from like ground zero, where I might find them and they might have some things going on, and then I help develop them, whether that's their sound or whether they just need vocal lessons or they just need direction and just their career in general. And so I like to take them, develop them, which the labels aren't doing anymore, and then go and either put them out independently, or I will go get secure a major deal for them.
Okay. Now, so who have you worked with, or are you currently working with now, and do you plan to work with in the future?
Well, in the past, when I was at Island Def Jam, I was the A&R coordinator for lots of albums, from Nas to LL Cool J, Janet Jackson. That's where I met Rick Ross, Young Jeezy. So I worked with a lot of people then. And now I work with more up-and-coming artists and writers and producers. So I have Ink, who's with Vintage Nation. She's a super dope singer, songwriter, musician. Then I have Hefner Guap, who's a rapper from East Palo Alto, California, who's signed to Empire Distribution. And I also have Brenda Mata, who's signed to Def Jam. And so those are my three artists right now that I'm working with and developing. And I also manage a lot of writers and producers, Cheese Beats, Nonstop, The Hitman, a bunch of different people, just helping develop their careers.
Okay. Now, I noticed you said you helped a lot of people. So who would you say is your mentor throughout this whole process? Who was your mentor?
I believe L.A. Reid is one of my mentors for sure. He taught me, you know, a lot about this business. Of course, being kind of right next to him, running Island Def Jam and being able to see how a major corporation works and how they choose artists and what they need from an artist and all that. It's not just about being able to sing or being able to rap. There's a whole science to this. It's a business. So just learning from him directly has been a great mentorship for me.
Okay, wow. So where do you see yourself now? Or if someone was coming to you saying, hey Dina, you know, I need to get some help. I'm coming to you as a woman, or not even a woman, and it could be a man saying, I need help. Mm-hmm. What would you tell them to get them where you are now and to get them where you're going to be in the next 5 to 10 years?
So if somebody needed help with their career, you mean?
Yes.
Coming to me, I would definitely come up with a plan first, seeing what they need, what they need to work on, bringing the right people in place, because no artist does this by themselves. They have to have a good team of people. And so I would put all those people in place and just start working it. Nothing happens overnight. They have to be persistent. They have to be super passionate about it. I only like to work with artists who are really talented and who really want to do this for the art of it, and not just because they want to be famous or just because they want to be on TV. You know, I really like to work with real talent. And so, you know, just help them develop from there. And I want to build long-term careers. So I'm not in it for the quick, trendy song. I'm in it for the long haul of their career.
Not the one-hit wonders.
Right.
Okay. So, with all that being said, if an artist wanted to come to you, mm-hmm. what would they need to have together?
Well, they would need to have who they are together. Like, I can't develop that. You need to know what you want to stand for and what you want to say to the world. And then I can help with the sound of that and the brand of that and putting that all together. They have to just know themselves and be comfortable being an entertainer and knowing what that comes with. And they really have to have work ethic. A lot of this is about talent, but most of this is about your work ethic and what you know, educating yourself, really understanding this business, and really knowing that it's not an overnight success and you have to work really, really hard to get there.
Okay. So if I walk in the door, I'm just trying to get my voice together and everything, and I'm saying, Dina, I'm ready to get in the studio. Can I get this? I mean, what would you say to me?
If you sound good, I might start working with you and then, do paperwork from there. Of course, you always have to have your paperwork together. And then to help you start developing from there. And if you don't sound good, I would just say, I don't think this is the right fit. I think you need some help in this area. You might need to develop here. You just never know with people. So many artists were turned down, and then they turned out to be Lady Gaga, or they turned out to be Justin Bieber, or whatever it is. So you just never know. But with this business, it's all subjective. It's all about what you feel and what you believe. And I just have to be touched by that artist when they walk in the door. There's something special about them that has to really make me feel like, okay, this is the person I want to work with.
That will stand out. Something that will stand out. Not something that sounds the same. Not somebody that's mimicking anybody. Their own original style.
Absolutely.
Okay. Wow. Well, thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and let her give us her social media feeds there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can find her on 12 Music Group as well as her.
Yeah, but the website is 12musicgroup.com. It's TWELVE musicgroup.com. Also dinamarto.com, DINAMARTO.com. And then follow me on Instagram, Twitter, of course on Facebook, and it's at Miss Marto, MISSMARTO, and at 12 Music, TWELVE Music.
All right. Well, we thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
I'm Dina Marto, owner and founder of 12 Music and Studios, and I'm a proven grinder.